might think a cat that experienced a horrible traumatic accident would be difficult to adopt and care for. But you might be wrong. Meet Deuce.
But he's come such a long way. He is the most lovable cat. He loves to be loved on, loves to be kissed, loves to be petted.
Deuce's story gained national and even international media attention when he was discovered sometime after an accident that severed both his hind legs and his tail. Somehow, he survived and adapted.
First, he lost his two back legs, then survived in the wild for about a month.
We're talking about a cat named Deuce, and wait until you see how he has adapted to his disability. News 9's Dana Hurtnicki has his story tonight. Dana?
Kelly and Amanda, originally when Deuce was discovered on Monday, investigators thought someone had intentionally cut off his back legs. But now his vet believes he was injured in some sort of farm accident. When you first meet Deuce, he's kind of a sad little sight. His back legs gone from the knee down. Still, aside from being malnourished, his vet at the Quail Creek Vet Clinic said he seemed to be okay.
He's a total miracle. To think that a cat would survive an injury of that degree and then be able to live out in the environment without any kind of food or protection or any kind of health care for 4 to 6 weeks.
So they started thinking about prosthetics, but Deuce doesn't like to have his injured legs touched. Then Wednesday morning, he started doing this.
He seems to have figured it out. He's compensating much better than we ever thought he would.
And unlike anything they have ever seen, making Deuce more like a one and only.
He's kind of a motivator around here. We figure if he can do it, anybody can.
I mean, I already had a 3-legged cat, might as well add a 2-legged cat to the bunch. I knew I could do it. I knew I could love him.
When Stephanie Coker heard Deuce's story, she knew she wanted to take care of him. And she was prepared to deal with a cat with severe physical and emotional issues. But she found herself amazed at Deuce's resilience.
He can do pretty much anything my other cats can do. I actually was surprised. I thought that it was going to be a little bit more of a, battle than I thought. And it's been pretty easy. It really has. He's been doing great. I think animals just adapt. They just adapt and they figure it out. They learn how to do it,
Stephanie has made a few accommodations for Deuce. There are rugs and towels on the wood floors to help him get traction with his front legs. But she says that is all he has required, apart from love.
Anybody that sees him, at first they're like, oh, and then they see him get around, they're like, oh, okay, well, he's fine. He's okay, he's fine, He's in a great house and a loving environment, so he's doing just fine.
He's just such a unique and fun and special dog.
This special dog is named Sherlock. And for the Hardesty family, Clint and Amy, and their boys Ethan and Ambrose, Sherlock is much more than a family pet. He is a godsend and a link to another family member, no longer with them. This was Ransom, Clint and Amy's youngest son. Afflicted at an early age with a rare form of cancer, the Hardesties sought to comfort Ransom by getting him a dog. Through the efforts of the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the Central Oklahoma Humane Society, Ransom realized his fondest dream when he was introduced to Sherlock.
And they brought Sherlock in, and he immediately walked up to Ransom. That's the first person that he went to and sort of stayed with him, and Ransom just started petting him, and it was remarkable. And everyone in the room actually were amazed by it because they'd been around Sherlock and knew his personality, and I mean, knew that he was a great dog, but they couldn't believe how quickly he attached himself to Ransom.
Ransom and Sherlock were inseparable, playing or just being quiet together, until Ransom passed away in March of 2013 at the age of 4. And as he was for Ransom, Sherlock is now a comfort to the entire Hardesty family, a reminder of Ransom, and a source of inner peace.
Man, Sherlock, just something about, who he is, really changed the way that I relate to animals and to him in particular, and just his affection. And he has this, sense of when you need him. Like when we're sad, when I'm sad, or when Amy is sad, he is just kind of there and will, it's hard to describe if you've never experienced it, but it's just like, when you need him, he's there.
I believe that he was made for Ransom, like that God knew. That he knew that dog was going to take the role that dog was going to take in his life. What he was going to do was just going to be so significant, not just Ransom's life, but ours as well. And that God would use him to be a comfort, to a little boy that was going through things that no one should have to go through.
Feeling like I can honor Ransom by taking care of Sherlock, and that there's something about the relationship with him that enables me to continue that relationship with Ransom. And he's just, he's a lot of fun. He is the most unique dog that I've ever known.